Let's go back to the beginning. When do you remember meeting Jim Cornette for the first time? Long time ago.
Yeah, very long time ago too. Look, I wasn't young then, but you probably were. 87.
Yeah.
I remember. Well, no. So 86. 86. What year did the first Jordans come out? 86 or 87?
Probably around there, yeah.
Whichever year that happened, that's when it was. And I think it was at the
first hit stores in 85.
Okay, well, so this was 86 then, because they were fresh off the block, Dog, and I thought I was cool. I was a senior in high school. No, I was going into my senior year in high school. But I went up to Atlanta with Brad to do, I think it was Clash of the Champions, or so one of those big pay-per-views where they had the Skywalkers or whatever it was. And they had it in two different venues. Like one was in Greensboro and one was in Atlanta or something like that. And Brad wrestled like on the pre-show or on the early show. He wrestled like Jimmy Garvin or something, you know. But it was a great card, and that was the first time I met him.
What do you remember growing up? Did you see him much when he was manager of Midnight Express? I mean, you're around the business, of course.
Yeah. No, look, he was basically in the South too for my whole childhood. Yeah. So I was, I saw him in Georgia Championship Wrestling and Continental Championship Wrestling, like in Memphis Wrestling. So he had been around. I had been around him as far as seeing his work. I knew he was one of the best promo guys I've ever heard in my life, and still stand by that to this day. Just one of the, man, his promos are so, like I can't even keep my thoughts when we're talking. Me and you're just talking. He never messes up. You know what I mean? He never messes up, and he doesn't use small words either. And so he tells a story. Like, just what a great promo. I always thought he was the measuring stick then. Like, if you can't cut a promo like that, like, I don't think you need to be a manager. You know what I mean? Like, you can't just stand there and not work either. You gotta have the gift of gab. You gotta do something special, and he did something special. And so for me, Jim, I relive his career like we're talking about now, when he was the manager of those guys, and not so much when he went into creative and stuff like that. Like I said, I knew him in Smoky Mountain, and he was the boss, and he ran the show, and he did it with an iron fist sometimes. But Jim's a lot like me. Jim's a lot like my family, and so it never really, when Jim flew off the handle and cussed somebody out or whatever, that was Monday or Tuesday morning at my house. You know what I mean? Like, right. And then I joined the military, and it was just how that kind of reaction may scare the straights, the normies, but to an Armstrong, that's Thanksgiving dinner. You know what I mean? Like, that's how we roll. And the world knows that too. All the wrestlers in, the wrestling world knows that. That will headbutt you. And so Jim's the same way. And he was running the whole show, so he had a lot of weight on his shoulders too when that was happening, Smoky Mountain and all that.